Hello, my name is Dr. Watts, and I'm here to teach you how to play switching tracks. Now, this is just an early prototype of the game with temporary graphics, but the mechanics are exactly the same. First, we need to set up the game. All the switch tiles get placed on the board, set randomly with either side facing up. Each city gets 3 units of a random good. You do this by selecting a card from the goods deck and placing it next to an empty city. For example, Boston gets 3 wheat. If while loading the city, you draw goods cards that happens to be in demand for that area, which you can tell by the matching color, then that city gets no goods. For example, if I draw corn for Seattle, then instead I place 2 demand tokens in that city. Once all the cities are loaded, then it's time to put out the contract cards. Shuffle the decks and put out 3 each of the 3, 4, and 5 contract cards, and only 1 of the 6. There are 9 different offices in the office deck, and 1 of each needs to be laid out for everyone to see. Now it's time to set up the players. Each player chooses their favorite color and takes the matching train station, the engine, the caboose, the train token, a die to represent the speed of their train, and a switchman token, which is used to change the switch tiles on the board. You then determine a player by your favorite means, preferably non-lethal, and then turns proceed clockwise around the table from there. Whoever goes last that first round will get the advantage of choosing their city first. Let's say Orange. Orange would then also get an upgrade of either 2 switchman tokens, an extra flat car for carrying more goods, or an extra 1 added to their speed die. Finally, Orange gets to choose 1 of the 9 office cards and places enough white activation markers on it to cover the spaces. This process continues in reverse order, with the only restriction being that a player can't place his train in the same region as another player's train. Then each player also gets an upgrade bonus and gets to choose and fill 1 of their office cards. The unchosen office cards are then shuffled back into the deck, which is split into roughly 3 equal parts and placed next to the contract decks here, here, and here. And that's it! We're done and ready to play! Basically, there are 5 stages in each turn, although you don't have to do all of them in your turn. In the first stage, you take a look, and if there are any empty cities at the beginning of your turn, you fill them up using the same process as you did during the setup. In the second stage, you can change the switch tiles up to the number of switchman tokens that you have. Each of these tiles can be rotated or flipped to whatever position helps you most in the game, and you can do this on each of your turns throughout the game. The third stage is the running of your train, and this is the heart of the game. Trains start and end in a city, and when you run your train, you move in a number of cities equal to your train's speed. Every time you stop in a city, if you can pick up a good, you must pick up a good. And every time you can deliver a good, you must deliver that good. Demand tokens work a bit differently. When you deliver to a city that has demand tokens, you get to take 1 of those tokens and put in your station. These tokens can be used later in the game to either upgrade your train or to buy extra office cards. The 4th stage is when you get to upgrade your train. The 3 upgrades are either an extra switchman token, additional cars for your train, or increasing your speed. The 5th stage is where you get to complete a contract, and you can do this exactly once per turn. You complete a contract by turning in goods from your station, and you have to match exactly what is shown on the front of the card. These contracts are how you win the game. The first player to complete 5 contracts, including at least 1 from each of the 4 groups, is the immediate winner. And that's how switching tracks is played. I've been your host, Dr. Watts, and thank you for watching. Tokens. Tokens, tiles, tokens, yes.
Tiles?
Tiles, tokens.
Tokens.
Tokens, tiles, tokens, tiles. Tiles, tokens. Okay, got it.